Hi YouTube, welcome back to part 2. Now in this video, we're going to go over and review the highly anticipated Fenty. I got the shade 400 in the concealer and the color Honey in the powder. So we going to see what it does. In my eyes, I just did in part 1 review of the Dose of Colors palette, Mickey Mouse palette. Look, wonderful, love it. And I have on Broadway lashes in number 43. So my base is already done. I use my favorite, the NARS Radiant and Creamy Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. This is like one of my favorites, love it. So let's get into it, shall we? This is the shade 400. Now, the concealers and the foundations are meant to go hand in hand. If you wear a 470 in the foundation, then technically you're supposed to get a 470 in the concealer, which is just a little lighter. I didn't like it. So I went all the way to 400. And, of course, people were like, oh, no, that's too light. That's not going to work for you. I tried it in Sephora. I blended it out. I took my own brush. I took my own all over powder because I just wanted to be ready. But unfortunately, I couldn't get the real experience because I had to use like a little sponge applicator. And it didn't really work. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to try it. So I'm going to put this on like I normally would put on any of my other concealers. And it does dry pretty fast, so I'm going to do one side at a time. And I'm going to blend it out with my Sigma F88 Flat Angle Kabuki. And do the other side. And this is how I would blend out any of my concealers with this brush. See how it's blending out? And what's on my brush is just what I'm moving around to my forehead, to my chin. I'll use a little more. And then what I do after I put on all my concealer, I go back around the edges. With my foundation brush. It's no additional product on here, but I use it to blend out my lines. And the camera's looking really orange, but I promise you, I'm looking like a whole snack in this mirror right here. Okay. So now let's set it. And how I've been lately setting my face with loose powders is I use a brush that just can move like this. This is a Bdellium Tools 947 brush. And this is a powdered brush. And it just is real soft. So this is the powder. In fact, well, you saw the Fenty on my hand, but I'm going to swatch it anyway so you can see it. That's it on my hand, and this is the powder. And this is just my finger. This powder is a little lighter than the rest of my powders that I use. So it was a little different. I'm just going to tap my brush in it. And I'm going to pat it in like so. And this kind of, the powder actually smells like baby powder. It's really light. You can't smell it once you place it on your face like some powders. But once you place it on your face, you can't smell it. And I'm pressing it in under my eyes. And this powder is also supposed to give you a smooth finish and no flashback. Is that right? Smells just like some baby powder. Okay. So now that I've done that, I don't usually do not bake. And why I don't have to bake is usually because my powder is already, as you can see, it's already, my concealer, everything's already light. So, now what I'm going to do is set my face with the NARS primer. I'm sorry, the NARS powder. And I'm going to go over my highlighted areas just to kind of knock any additional dust away. Bam. Okay. And this is the NARS setting powder. This is in heat. I can't remember if I said it, but I like this. I like using it with my NARS powder, my NARS foundation. It goes so well together. For my blush, I'm going to use something else I'm trying. First Impressions. This is Dolce Vita Liquid Blush from NARS. I'm making all kinds of milestones in 2019. I'm using liquid liner. I'm going to try some liquid blush. Let's see. So I'm going to put this on the back of my hand, not on my palette, and it is runny. And how I'm going to apply this is I'm going to apply it with a dual fiber brush. This is a Real Techniques dual fiber contour brush, but you can use your brush for whatever. So I just dip the tip in there, smile, and I apply it where I want it to go. And then I lightly start buffing it in. Oh shoot, I keep messing up on this side. Every time I do it, it's too high on this side. But because you could buff it in, and I'm gonna show you how you're gonna fix it. See, because this side is like this side, although this side could use a little more. And this is an easy fix if you mess up, but you try not to mess up, especially with liquid blush. But it works all the same. Powder brush. And you can bring it right back down. And buff it right back in. Bring this down a little bit on this side. But this is really pretty, as you can see. And this is how intense it can be. But I don't want to be that intense. But with this dual fiber brush, it just blends it in. Gives you a nice wash of color. And for my highlight, this is the Diamond Luxe Luminizer in the shade Honey Dip by Artist Contour. And this is a It's My Ray Ray brush from her collection number 4. And I'm just going to pat this on top. I really like this. You catch that glow? Okay, so far what I've noticed with this Fenty, and I haven't even sprayed my face yet, is that it's separating underneath my eye. It's like it's moving. And I haven't even got to, fixing it, but you could see it's moving. It gathers all in the creases. It looks like it's, see here? It looks like it's wet. And I haven't even sprayed my face yet at all. The powder, it moved around. When I dusted, I put the powder on with the brush and it moved around. Here, it's nothing there. No powder there, no anything. This side, this dark line is appearing. I don't have that with my MAC concealer at all. And I'm just noticing that off the break, and I haven't even sprayed my face. So I'm going to spray with this MAC Fix Plus. And this is just to melt all the powders in together. And let's fan it out, but it's moving. You see all right here. Here, it's all separating. It's my face look good nonetheless, but it's not working. So go ahead and finish. I already have on a lip treatment, so I'm just going to go ahead and just put some chestnut around my lips. And this is called Cream Pie. This is from Patrick Starr's Spring Collection. If I'm not mistaken, it was spring. And take this ponytail out. I got some hair now, y'all. And it's my hair. I got some hair now. But yeah, I'm not liking how I'm even looking, and I didn't even finish my eyes yet. This isn't a good look for me. I'm not liking this. What I'm going to do underneath my eye is I'm going to take this red shade just because. And I'm going to put it on my lower lash line. I'm going to bring this black down just a tad. Just so they can blend and meet each other. And I'm going to take the Hug Me and just soften up that red just a little bit. And then for my inner corner, I'm just going to take this shade. And just put it in the corners. I think I could do a little bit better with this red. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Good brush. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, that's better. And put some mascara on my bottom. Lashes. I'm kind of scared to set my face. I don't want it to separate. Like, can you see how it's just moving? This eye seems to be okay, but it is slightly breaking apart up in here. But here, I can see all of it. And nobody's walking around with no pot. Well, it still didn't really work because I could still see this big, deep line. I don't know. Has Fenty worked for you? Did you like the powder? Other than that, as you can see, like, so I'm trying to get a good, my face, like the powder, I used honey. It blended. It was fine. My face looked good. I like the blush. Love the eyeshadow palette. Of course, the highlighter and the foundation, but as far as the concealer and the powder, maybe Fenty just not for everybody. I applaud her. She did the good job with the colors, but it sucks. Like, it's really breaking apart. So I'm going to wear this for a little while. I got some things to do. So I'll update in the description box how it really held up and if it broke down. But other than that, stay tuned to my next video. Bye.